their building's carbon monoxide levels, but found nothing amiss. Then they checked the storage space they shared with other vendors. A bottle of oil infused with THC, that was the culprit. Doctors say eating fatty foods like pizza with pot makes the high stronger. Famous Yetis has apologized. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
They probably thought it was weird that as they were eating pizza, all they wanted to do was eat more pizza. Her name is Loomis. She had a big problem with the national anthem. She didn't realize she was live. She said a few things she'd like to take back. 1010 Wins Entertainment's next.
With MSC Cruises.
Hello, fellow historians, and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Documenting History. If you just landed on this video, the purpose of this channel is very simple. To record up to a 10-minute snippet on average of today's local daily news for future generations. And a lot of people will say, well, you know, the internet has the news on there already. People can just look in the internet, and that's true. But the internet loses the local flavor, the local news. And also there's something about listening to the real-time live broadcast of a certain newscast. You can see all over YouTube how there's a lot of videos of the local broadcasts of news as it happens. I see a lot on the Kennedy assassination, how there's a lot of videos as it's getting reported live. And of course, that's a national news story, which is going to be seen no matter what. I understand. But you get that same live broadcast, that same live feel for your local news, which sometimes does get lost on the internet.
Hard to reach places with the Swiffer Duster. Love it or your money.
Plus, you get to see the real-time buildings, the cars. Imagine if this was around in the 40s, and then you hear, in the news today, President Lyndon Johnson has been, you know, that kind of thing. I know Lyndon Johnson is not in the 40s. I just use that as an example. And you get to see the cars, you know.
As you can imagine, the backlash on social media was swift and it was harsh. Loomis on social apologizing for the mishap.
This has been my biggest fear since I was a little girl. I don't know what it was about the national anthem that I was like so nervous. I ended up saying a bad word, and I'm sorry for that.
She said she was just nervous. Poor kid.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman & Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
Tuesday, November 5th, is an important day for the residents of Bergen County. Robert Kugler, a devoted and proficient law enforcement professional executive, is ready to restore law and order. Vote column 1 for Chief Robert Kugler. Bring your voices to the voting booth and vote for your next Bergen County Sheriff. Chief Robert Kugler is the right choice. Tuesday, November 5th. Vote Chief Robert Kugler for Bergen County Sheriff.
This is Chief Robert Kugler, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Kugler for Sheriff.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double hot, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Hey, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Well, I do now.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
Did you say you're cutting me off?
You earn, we match. Unlimited cashback match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. We are moving at the speed of New Yorkers.
The speed of New Yorkers.
This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. We're at 62 degrees at 7:40 on this Thursday, October 31st. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. A New York State trooper shot in the leg on the Southern State Parkway just before midnight. He's in stable condition. Police are on the hunt for a black Dodge Charger. The Halloween parade down in the Village a go for tonight. The weather definitely not scary as we are set for summer-like temps. The smiles turned to frowns in a New York minute. Yanks had them, and then they didn't.
Los Angeles is the new champion, and they're going nuts on the field. I don't blame them.
Bombers blow a 5-0 lead. Dodgers win at 7-6 to take the World Series in 5. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump both working campaign stops in Wisconsin. The former president riding shotgun in a Trump garbage truck. Every Halloween, true crime junkies flock to Fall River, Massachusetts to the Lizzie Borden house. Still no one knows what really happened there in 1892. Checking sports, Knicks beat Miami, Nets knocked off Memphis, Devils won, the Islanders lost. AccuWeather, it's insane, back to summer. High near 80 for Halloween today. Winds News Time, 7:41. Traffic and transit, we get you back out to Karen Stewart.
The Harlem River Drive still has this accident going on here, northbound, north of 125th Street. One lane is blocked on the northbound Harlem River Drive. There are heavy delays here. This is right by the RFK Triborough Bridge. If you are heading for the RFK Triborough Bridge, don't. You're going to sit in traffic waiting for this accident at 125th Street to be cleared away. We have delays on the Harlem River in either direction, right by the bridge. Take the 59th Street Bridge if you can manage it. Trust me, it'll save you some time. Northbound FDR, meanwhile, by the Brooklyn Bridge, we have an accident blocking the right lane. And then near Montgomery, we have a disabled vehicle, and that's blocking one lane. Hey, Brooklyn, the eastbound BQ approaching the Williamsburg Bridge has an accident in the left lane. This is eastbound now. Usually eastbound traffic gets a reprieve around the Williamsburg Bridge, and it's usually not too bad, but with that accident there, it's really starting to back things up. Now the Jackie Robinson Parkway, Misery, eastbound, east of Woodhaven Boulevard, we have an accident blocking a lane. Eastbound delays go all the way back to Jamaica Avenue. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 35 at the George, 25 at the Lincoln, 45 minutes at the Holland Tunnel right now. And as we take a check of what we see on Long Island's Big 3, accident on the eastbound Northern State east of Sunnyside Boulevard at exit 38. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, local and state police are on the hunt for a suspect who shot a New York State trooper late last night on the Southern State Parkway.
The man who was accused of shooting the state trooper is still on the run. Police say the man was driving a black-colored Dodge Charger with a New Jersey temp tag as a license plate when the trooper pulled him over here at exit 17 on the Southern State Parkway around midnight. The trooper was shot in the leg, rushed to the hospital where he is in stable condition. Authorities are asking for the public's help in finding the suspect. The car has matte gray custom dual exhaust tips. This area of the parkway was shut down for the investigation until just before 6 a.m. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM at the Southern State Parkway at exit 17.
Now the plates on that black Charger, 997-636, 997-636. If you see that vehicle, you are asked to call police immediately. Wins News Time, 7:44. Well, we've reached the Halloween portion of our calendar year 2024. And if you had trick-or-treating in your shorts on the bingo card, well, you won. I guess this is how the beautiful people in California do it. We could see 80 degrees today for the Halloween festivities, and that's not far off the record of 81 back in 1946, meteorologist Heather Zayer.
This is going to be a beautiful Halloween day, although it isn't going to feel much like Halloween. Typically, we top out at around 60 degrees on Halloween. Instead, we have temperatures that are going to be much more typical of the 1st of September rather than the end of October. The high this afternoon will be right near the record, which is 81 degrees, set in 1946. It does look like it stays dry and warm into the trick-or-treat hours, although it will begin to cool off as the sun goes down. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zayer.
With Halloween, you get the world-famous Village Halloween Parade, and you guessed it, it's right down there in the Village. Over-the-top costumes galore, dancers, the works. Glenn Schuck got the first spot this morning with a little preview.
In fact, it took me a long time to put this Bugs Bunny costume together, so I'm looking forward to being part of the 50,000 participants in this 51st annual Village Halloween Parade. Thanks to the Time for organizer Gene Fleming for speaking with us.
We not only have all these different kinds of cats that are going to be coming to the parade, but we have a grand marshal who is a very well-known Broadway icon who's also a cool and black cat, and that's Andre the Shields.
So again, this year's theme is Meow, but again, put on any costume you like.
This is a night when people can come and walk freely in the streets in their fantasies, in their imaginations. Everyone walks together. The kind of barriers that separate us are broken down.
This will be some kind of party on this route, Canal Street up to West 15th here on 6th. Glenn Schuck, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM here in the Village.
Twins news time, 7:46. Time to check in at the Heartbreak Hotel for Yankees fans last night.
Swing and a miss! And the Dodgers are World Series champions! They storm out of the dugout third base side and mob Walker Buehler.
Sean Shambi on ESPN Radio. Yanks give away a 5-0 lead to lose the World Series in Game 5. Dodgers take them 7-6. It was a laugher until the 5th inning. And then it was time to start crying. A series of errors, and in the blink of an eye, L.A. had tied it all up. It was a wide range of emotions throughout the night for the Bombers faithful.
As Dodger fans cheered their team on, gathering behind the dugout for the World Series celebration, Yankee fans were leaving the building. Mike from Bergen County, New Jersey, says sloppy play was costly.
Errors will get you. You can't make mistakes in a World Series game. And this is what happens. The team will catch up. Every out counts. Every pitch counts.
The Yankees blew a 5-0 lead in the 5th inning, scored once more, but the Dodgers did them one better. As Mike's son, 9-year-old Graham, told me, what does Yogi Berra say? It ain't over till it's over. And for the Yankees, it's over. Juliet Papa, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this Halloween edition of Documenting History. Thank you so much for the loyal viewership, for the historians who have subscribed. And we'll see you on the next episode.